Well, good morning and welcome to Fishing with CJ. Back on the boat. Another lovely day, another competition day. We're going to get out. Hopefully it'll be a good turnout. We'll see how many boats turn up in a little while. We're going to get fishing. Different day to the last trip. We've got a lot stronger tides. There's a little bit more wind. It'll be interesting to see how it affects the way we fish. We're going to go and fish similar wreck to the one that we were on the other day. But as I say, the tide and the wind will make a lot of difference, so we'll see how we go. No more ado. Who is in the locker today? Come in! It's Woody! Morning all! Oh. So we're out and we're having a little drift around, waiting for the start of the competition. And here's a nicely equipped SIB crew out, hoping to catch some fish as well. And the thing I'd like to point out to all of you SIB fishermen out there, these two guys are wearing life jackets, and you should be. Well, we managed to get some mackerel right on the point. There was more than one on there, wasn't there?
3 on there.
Yeah, okay, well we put 2 back.
We returned to safely.
Yeah. Oh. And that one's decided to do a trapeze artist act. Okay, mate. Yeah. Right, well we're just waiting for the Commodore's whistle. It should be pretty soon. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boats out today, so not as good a turnout as last time, but still a good turnout. Let's get the hooter going and we'll head to where we're going. I'll put it into the chop. There you go, there's the hooter and we're off. So let's get on the way. Got boats in the way. We've just slowed down on the way out because we spotted dolphins or porpoises. Just hover around here a little while, see if they come back up. Typical, I stopped the camera and as I did, it came out of the water. So let's just give it a little bit longer. I have heard that there's porpoises been seen off here in the last week. Trouble is they can come up anywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? If they can come up absolutely anywhere. There you go.
Where?
He's off this corner.
Gone.
Yeah, gone. There he is again. Heading that way.
Long way out.
Yeah, where that bird is.
Oh right, long way out. Yeah.
He's up there.
So I don't think you're going to see it on the film, but there is a porpoise or a dolphin around here. So it looks like it's only the one
Yeah, it
though.
does. Yeah, it's
And it doesn't look particularly big either.
No. Certainly not as big as the ones we saw for the winter.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good to see them.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll have a little cruise and carry on going and see if it turns up again. Drift in the wreck. Second drift. And I'm into something. Might be a target species, you might get another dance.
Okay.
I'm not declaring a target species, you'll know when I dance. But if fighting like a target species. One of 2 target species, it could be. The third possible isn't a target species. Hold it deep. It is. Whoa, it is the third target species that we're not expecting.
Wow, codling.
But a codling. Not big enough to keep, I don't think. But still, very welcome to see. See if I can get it off. I wonder if it's going to get back. But there we go. Nice little codling. How's about that then? So, give him a kiss. Now, I'm going to put him into the tank. problem you have, we're coming up for 120 feet of water here, is they get a barometric injury, their swim bladder blows out, and there's no point in putting them back, they're not going to survive. So, yeah, I'm afraid that's going home for tea. But yeah, so it wasn't the target species, but notwithstanding that, cue the music and cut. Okay, we've moved to a different wreck because the little commercial boat was being a bit of a pain, shall we say. And just going a few drifts on that. The tide is slacking off immeasurably now, so very slow drifts. Might be worth putting a little bit of worm down. Oh, it was in the wreck then. Oh. No, fish on, I think. I suspect it's a pouting. It's not fighting hard. I suspect a pouting. There's loads of fish showing up on the bottom. Yeah. Oh, it's woken up. Had a little death rattle then. Oh, and again. And again. I say, I put money on it being a pouting. But if it is, it's the second species on the boat. And it's a pouting. Only just hooked. The lure is nearly as big as the fish. Oh, and it's nipped the tail off my really expensive lure. I'm not happy about that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So, one pouting, going back to the ocean. And I'm going to have to put a different lure on because look, so one thing about pouting, they have got a set of teeth and it's bitten the tail off. So, ho hum. So we're going to go over to a rhubarb and custard sidewinder. I think it's a Skerry's eel they call it. See how that goes. But yeah, give that a go. What could go wrong? So we're going to steam back up tide of the wreck again and start the drift. As I say, it's very slow now, the tide is slacking off big time, so it means that we get plenty of time over the wreck. Okay, there we are, we're up side of the wreck. Let's get these things back down. Got a really long trace, about 12-foot trace, fluorocarbon, to a boom, and then I'm using 10-ounce lead because it's 120 feet of water. I want to be able to get down fairly quickly. I could go lighter now because the tide's so slack, but I'll stick with it. Watching the wreck on the sounder to see when we start going over wreckage, so that I know to be cautious with dropping my gear down into the bottom. My wreckage is just starting to show now. So I want to get let down because I want to be fishing amongst the wreckage. But as soon as the lead hits, I want to wind it up a few winds to get it out of the wreckage. Remembering that the lure's got a lead in its head as well, so that will continue to sink. And there is a tendency, if I'm not careful, that I'll lose that. But it's good because I want to get the lure down near to the wreck. This gives me more spectrum of fish. So for instance, a cod going to be hard on the wreck, the pollock going to be above the wreck, and bass could be anywhere. Oh. 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 Yeah, we have a fish on. Oh yeah, big fish. Well, it's a determined fish. Well, it's the British record pouting. Oh, going well. Going well. Yeah, baby. See if they can get the bend in the rod or not. Let's turn this around a little bit. Fish fighting. It's on a sidewinder, rhubarb and custard, Skerry's eel. Oh, it's still going. So wind into it, lift the rod up, let the rod cushion the lunges, and then lift it again, wind down again. Till you feel the tension, start to lift the rod. What a beautiful day it's turned into. This is a lot better than the forecast was. Although it was talking light and variable at one stage during the tide, which I'm guessing this is what this is. There's not really any wind direction. Right, so what we got? We've got colour. We've got a fish coming up. I suspect it's a nice pollock. Oh, very nice pollock. Right, we're going to risk it. Yeah, go on, stick it to the boat. There we go. Look at that fat boy. And that was on the sidewinder. Thank you, sidewinder. Guess what? Another target species achieved. So you know what that means, don't you? Cue the music and getting a bit bored with this cue the music and dance thing, but I'll keep it going if you want me to. Whew! Woody's into a fish.
At last.
At long last, yeah. I won't have to make him walk back if he earns his keep. You get a double hook up on one drift, cool. Go on then, go on then. Little pouting rattles.
Pollock.
Yeah. To the camera. Woohoo! What a load of pollocks. What do you think of another fish? Now we're way off the wreck, but there is a couple of big sandbanks to the rear of the wreck which we're drifting towards. So, I say sandbanks, might be reefs actually. Smile for the camera.
Beautiful bass, mate. Beautiful.
Yeah, nice.
Get the net forward. Oh, it's a proper one. Sorry, mate.
It's a bass, it's a Bertie. Right, Bridge, you want me the net? Nice one.
Wow, I'll take that.
Yeah, on a rhubarb and custard.
Beauty.
So there you are, Bass's Berties. Do you want to pose for the camera with a fish? Let's turn the camera around a bit.
Bit of a bass.
Yeah.
First one, first decent one of the season. Had a few schoolies. Yeah, but that's a nice fish. Nice table fish. That'll do.
Now, of course, if I'd caught that, there'd have to be another dance. It pays to keep checking and changing your lures. I've gone over to little black eels, a fish, black minnow, not black eel. I've gone over to a fish black minnow. So let's give that a go. Especially with some bass about. A chicken tikka slice. Oh, it's got a bit of a burn to it. It's almost flat water now. So what I'm hoping, because there's no wind, we'll see the boat start to drift back the other way, which will be cool. Right, let's keep on fishing.
You got a string?
I'm dragging a lure along the bottom, and it's suddenly gone. Yeah, fish on. Ooh. That's it. Oh, every so often it might be a little schoolie, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Open up. It's coming up quite easy. I think it's outing.
Outing.
I think so. Oh, in a minute. Holding quite deep. Oh, it's Gurnard.
Is it?
Wow. Oh, and I've got a string of mackerel on my mackerel. Nice size Gurnard. Look at that for a beautiful fish.
Oh, they're lovely. They're just so pretty.
Look at a beautiful fish. And that's on a fish black minnow, would you believe? Got mackerel going loopy on the old rod. So, beautiful. Give him a kiss and send him back. Woo, and away he goes. But I think I'm going to have a right tangle of mackerel here.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah, they are tangled up a bit. They're not too bad, but they are. Oh no, they are tangled. Yeah. It's a problem with mackerel. If you leave them, they swim up and down and around each other, and they just get into a mess. A lovely little live bait size one there, but I don't think it's going to survive. Right. Oh yeah, look here. Got a pair of porpoises or small dolphins. They're only little porpoises probably. We're either going to see them on this little camera. I will zoom it in. I'll try and get a picture of it. But yeah, beautiful. You can hear.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done all right now. Wildlife safari today.
Yeah.
Beautiful, aren't they? Just stunning.
Yeah. Well, would not. Pardon me. It would not be a fishing trip if we did not get a dogfish. Woohoo! Oh. And it's trying to take my skin off my hands. I've still got a graze on my hand from the last time it came out. Now somebody commented that we're a bit heavy-handed with the fish. I have to say that there are certain fish you do have to be fairly robust with, and dogfish are one of them. So there we go. So there's a dogfish. I managed to unhook him. Let's have a little closer look at it. I mean, it's a pretty fish. It is a pretty fish. They've got nice eyes. You can tell it's a dogfish and not a bullhuss by the nostrils. Nice markings. Beautiful sharky tail. It is a member of the shark family. Okay, let's get him back. So, right, so here we go. So here you go. This arrow shows the way that we're drifting. Now, about 5 minutes ago, that arrow was pointing this way. It's now pointing that way. So the tide has stopped and we're just starting to drift back. Now, there are not many days that you can see that because of the wind and what have you. But today, there is no wind. I mean, the forecast said it was going to be blowing 2 to 4 today, but it isn't. And we're just starting to drift back again. So that's cool. Once it starts to run consistently, we're going to drop the anchor and have a go, see what we can get at anchor. We're not going to be able to do that for very long because they're quite big tides today. So anyway, let's keep fishing. Right, just chopping up a bit of old frozen mackerel here, which we're going to put into an onion sack. And then when the tide starts to run, which is pretty soon, it's just kind of starting now, we'll drop the anchor with the onion sack on it, feed the wreck. So we'll fill this onion sack up. Fish on the boat. So another target achieved, another fish, species of fish on the boat.
Yeah, nice fish. Nice bait, yeah.
Right, well, the tide is just starting to run. So we've dropped the anchor. Got a conger bait down on one, and I've got a little hard shell crab down on the other, which I'd like to catch a wrasse. I don't know how long before we're going to have to wind these up and put mega big weights on, because it's actually quite a strong tidal run. And it is going to start picking up quite rapidly now. But that's what we're going to be doing. So hopefully the next time on my video you will see one of those target species coming out from the briny depths.
Or both.
Or both. Woody's had a bream. So we've had another target species. So I don't know what that's. There 8 target species or 8 species now.
Yeah, 8 species.
Yeah, 8 species. So great, cracking. Let's keep on fishing.
Definitely look like conger.
Oh yeah, and it's a good one.
Is it?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, definitely got conger on here. It was a classic conger bite. It was a couple of little taps and then a gradual tightening up as it swam backwards into its hole. I'll try and get it away from its hole.
Oh, mine too, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, I'll tell you what I've got.
What?
I've got your butt belt.
Have you?
But I might be sitting on my kitchen table.
Okay.
There might be one in one of the cupboards down there.
Definitely had a rattle in it though. Could have been just a dogfish rag in it, I suppose.
Could be. Ooh, it's shaking its head.
Doesn't take long, do it?
No, you into one as well?
No, I bream or a dogfish. Dogfish, I think. Pelt. Pelt. Tighten up.
It's coming up now. Oh, still ever so often it does that, like they do.
Yeah.
You've got a knot on your left hand rod. What's that on? Oh, so is that a conger bait, is it?
Yeah, flapper.
I mean, it could be me coming at your line, of course, but don't look like I'm near you.
Doesn't look like it's going anywhere near me.
No. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my underwater camera stick, so I'm not going to be able to do any underwater camera shots today. So, never mind. Save them for another day. Water clarity's not great anyway, so should start seeing colour in it.
Yeah, mine definitely doesn't look like a.
I don't think it's a monster. Oh yes. You into one?
Oh yes.
Oh, here's my fish. Got this conger death roll going on.
Oh yes. Oh, off and off.
And off.
Mine's off.
Yeah, not a monster, maybe 10-15 pound. But
nicely hooked.
yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to get the T-bar and get that out. Oh yeah, see the T-bar anyway. I did have a comment about being a little bit heavy-handed with the fish the other day. Unfortunately, with congers and with tope, you really do have to be a bit robust with it. So they're T-barred the hook off. Now, before it backslides into my scuppers, I need a cloth. Right, I've literally just dropped this to the bottom. It's literally just hit the bottom, and it was knocking already. But I mean, that could be just little fish coming out and grabbing at the end of the bait. I left the mackerel on because there was plenty of bait left on it. Yeah, we'll see what that develops into. I think I need to put a bigger weight on this crab bait now. I don't think I'm on the bottom, I think it's kited up. So we'll put a bigger weight on that and we can keep that on hard on the bottom. What is into a fish?
Coast Guard, Roger. How many persons on board? Over.
Nothing monstrous.
Got initial bend in it.
Records.
Well, that last one we had was £12. We weighed it before we put it back. So we know we've got a yardstick on weights. So.
Do you have any commercial towing options such as sea start available? Over.
It's just a dead weight, isn't it? It's nothing. I can't. It could be a little strap. It could be, I don't know.
None of my lines are coming out. Your other one marks up.
No, there's a bit of head kicking going on now. It's just woken up.
I mean, that one I brought was the same. It fought like mad when it was near the bottom, then it came up, and then every so often it did that rearward snaky thing.
So it's an eel, I suppose.
Bayline Capri, this is Coast Guard. Roger.
Yeah, I reckon £10, maybe a little bit less.
Less than that, I think.
Nicely hooked in the lips anyway, so you should be able to get it off easy. Just goes to show that a little eel like that's taken a huge, I don't know what size hook that is, bigger than a 10-0 and it's 12-0. Here's the T-bar. Yeah, if you can get it over the side of the boat and T-bar, that's a better way. And away! And it's gone. And it's gone. So that was a little eel. It's taken a whole flapper on a size 12-0 hook. You know, and it put up quite a good little fight at the start, and then it just came up fairly docile after that. But as I said before, you would not want it as a pimple on the end of your winkle. Some knockage going on the conger bait. Put the camera on now, so it'll stop straight away.
Coast Guard. Pad information number 1.
Oh. Don't they hang on? Just about to say, don't they hang on? I did put a thing up to Matt Hayes on my last video.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Matt Hayes, we miss you.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Has run out of fuel south of Peacehaven.
I tell you what I wish we still caught round here is ling. We used to catch them up here.
Did we?
Yeah. The trouble is that they're the first fish that come on the feed when you hit a wreck, so they're the first ones to get caught, so they get fished out.
I caught one in Ireland. Well, I didn't actually catch it. Well, I did catch it. I couldn't land it.
Oh right.
I was fishing Bantry Bay as a kid. I had a 9-foot clear rod with a Black Prince reel on. Remember the old Black Princes?
Yeah.
You know, my very first kind of.
This is only little.
Yeah, so, and we were off of Bantry Bay. Mum and Dad were in the caravan.
Yeah.
Went up for 2 weeks. And yeah, I picked some load of limpets off the rocks.
Right, I'm filming by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, this one I would think is probably about the same size as the one you had.
Right, okay.
So there it is. And away. So we're using the classic conger bait. It's a flapped up mackerel on a 10-0 hook with 150 pound breaking strain mono and quite a big weight, £1.5 weight now. It's just definitely getting it down there and holding the bottom, which is good. I have got some heavier weights if it gets to
again.
Fish.
Yeah.
He's got a knock on his other rod. I'm going to check this. I think this crab rod is now kiting right up. Probably no bait left on it. Just let this one down and we'll keep on fishing.
Yeah. Stop it! Stop it!
Oh, get it out of the wreck. Oh.
This is certainly the best one I've ever read. Without question. Just take your time and hurry up.
Take your time, that'll be. And all the time you're bringing that in, I'm bringing in something on this crab rod.
Doing anything knocking?
No, I had a couple of little rattles on the way up maybe, but it's just head weight. Oh, my other line's not going slack in it. That must be a big pouting, it's spiraling in the...
Yeah.
It's not, certainly not, it's big pouting. See it spinning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, reasonable size pouting.
Got your other line in it? I picked it. Oh no, I haven't. No, right. He ain't going back down.
Oops. So while Woody's playing that monster, I've been playing this Tidal.
Bait.
Bait. Well, they are good conger. They are a conger bait. I'm not personally I'm not convinced.
No.
I think if you've got no other bait, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
And the one good thing about them is that pouting won't eat pouting.
Yeah, exactly.
This is seagull food.
It is.
There you go. You can see how the oxygen in its body has, or the air in its body has expanded on the way up and it's filled its eyes up. So that's not going to go back down. But I do know that the farmers love them.
Pan, 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 pan. All stations, all stations, all stations. This is Solent Coast Guard, Solent Coast Guard, Solent Coast Guard. Pan, pan, information number 1. Bayliner Capri, a 21-foot white vessel with blue stripe has run out of fuel south of Peacehaven.
Foolish.
Vessel is at anchor in position. By 047.
That was a bit of a beginner's mistake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
000.00 east. Vessel is roughly in line with the bastion and
Still
steps.
backing around with that fish.
Yeah.
Any vessels able to assist with a tow to contact Solent Coast Guard. Ends. Solent Coast Guard coordinating. Daytime group 141407 UTC. This is Solent Coast Guard.
Oh, mackerel on the other rod.
Yeah? Yeah. Oh, hang on, let me sort that out. that behind you. Right, it's all happening. Woody's mackerel rod is rattling as well.
Here comes my.
And there's, oh, it's a nice feel. That's a nice feeling eel. That's not bad. Certainly the biggest one today.
Yeah.
Still, I wouldn't have classed it as a monster, but it's still not bad fish.
Definitely gave you the best.
You only got the one mackerel, which is good. Yeah. You're not all tangled up.
Certainly gave me the best scrap I've ever had done. Yeah, sure.
Might have to gaff that up, do you think?
Pan Bayline Capri, that's good news that you can get the comfortable pan now over.
Yeah. Do you want to get a shot of it or not?
No.
Again, that's probably £20.
Yeah.
See, can you see it?
Yeah, see it.
And gone. Very dark eel, that.
Yeah. Wow.
Woohoo!
They're getting bigger.
Yeah, they are getting
bigger.
Woo! Another nice eel. Right, so I put the camera on, it's probably going to stop now, but I did have a couple of nice little decisive knocks on that. It's very subtle, but there is something happening there. Oh yeah, a little tap then. Yeah, a little quiver. Yeah, and again a little tap then. Could be an eel, could be just pouting, ragging at the bait. We'll see. Right, I'll get back filming again when something decisive happens. I'm among some beautiful little live bait sized Joey mackerel now. Little taps there, isn't it? Definitely congerage.
Yeah.
I'll see it go bend right over.
I'll do for my teeth tonight. It's trouble being on your own. You know, it's one of the downsides is that there's, you know, where beforehand they'd be dinner ready and all that sort of stuff. But all you want to do is go and have a shower and just clean up and have something to eat and fall asleep. That's all I want to do. But, you know, I've actually got to go and cook something. What I tend to do when we bid out fishing is I just go down to fucking Colt and buy a ready meal and bung it in the oven. Your rod, this one here, it's gone the wrong way and it's going rather over. What's going on there? Not slipping, are you?
No.
Oh, you've got a fish on there.
Well, this is my little light rod, which has got a tiny little one hook on it, size one hook, and a little bit of worm. I suddenly noticed that the line was going up tide quite severely, and I don't think we're dragging our anchor.
No, because our other lines would have gone under the boat.
Yeah, but remember yours did, didn't it? Yours went back up.
Yeah, I think that's all right. Well, you'd see it'd be on the plotter, wouldn't it?
Well, we are. I'm in the wreck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we dropped back onto the wreck, so we've slipped, our anchor slipped. We need to think about lifting the anchor up and get all the rods in.
Yeah.
Okay, our anchor's slipping, so we need to do something about that. So a little bit of drama. The anchors start to pull, which is always a worry because what I don't want is the anchor to get pulled back into the wreck. So we're getting all the rods up, and the way we knew is because a couple of the rods actually got dragged into the wreck. And as soon as we're all up, oh, I've got a pouting on there. We're going to start steaming and retrieve the anchor and then put it back down again. So let's do that. That was a bit of drama. We've lost our anchor and our anchor chain. We managed to get the buff back and the ordinary triangle, but ordinary ring is down with the anchor. So we lost a bit of gear, but you know, that's fishing. So I think what we're going to do now is we will steam to another wreck. We might have a couple of drifts on this wreck maybe, just to see if we can get one of those nice bass, and then probably call it a day. I don't know, maybe we'll start heading back. What time is it now?
It's 4:30.
Is it? Okay, so we'll head to the wreck that we had the bass on last week, give that a couple of drifts, and then head in. That's fishing.
It's fishing.
A boat is a hole in the water you throw your money into. And we just thrown some money away. But such is life. Okay, catch you later. That was a solid bite, and it took line off me.
Yeah. Billy the bass or Polly the Pollock?
I think it's probably the Pollock, I think, but I don't know. You know, in a minute when it starts rattling again, it was a big lunging bite. I couldn't stop it. But it's just coming up quite docile now, but sometimes bass do that and then come recover, don't they?
Life.
Like that. Oh, and like that. Well, you can see we can get that net handy.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Indeed. Oh, it's a big wrasse. It is. Huge wrasse. Look at the size of that boy. That is beautiful. That is a specimen.
Yeah, that is a specimen fish.
Woo! Look,
That's
at
definitely
that.
got to have some pictures of that.
Oh, that has got to be photographed, weighed,
Yeah.
everything.
It's not on the bottom.
It's where it's swim blades are like that.
Oh shit.
So that is a target species, albeit I don't know how I caught it. I wasn't really fishing for it then.
No.
And you might have to do, I might have to do another cast, but it's definitely my PB.
Yeah. It's a beautiful looking fish.
Just when you think you've got hold of them,
Yeah.
they go crazy again.
Cracking teeth on them.
Oh, don't swear, I'm on camera.
Hey?
I'm on camera. Look at the flipping teeth
on
it.
that. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. It won't, because the video will be, look at that beep teeth on that. Interesting enough, I have had wrasse on these fish black minnows before down in Cornwall, but look at that bad boy.
Cracking
Look
looking
at
fish.
that cracking fish. That's definitely the cock of the wreck, isn't it? Look at the colours on it.
Cock of the wreck.
And that was on a blue fish black minnow. Beauty.
Yeah, that's a beauty. That is an
Beautiful
such a pretty
fish.
fish.
So we'll keep, just so you can grab the point the camera to them.
Yeah.
Camera. If I do the knot first. Well, let's just turn it around. If you should be able to turn it around and film from there, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I
So
can
we'll
see
put
that
it up
from there.
against the scale. It is 47 centimetres. No, 48 centimetres. 47 centimetres. So it's a 47 centimetre wrasse.
Five.
5'5".
Yeah.
So it's 47 centimetres, £5, 5 ounce, beautiful Ballan Wrasse, and we're going to send them back in. So, give me a
Actually, we
little
go
kiss.
for a swim.
Just look at the teeth on them.
Yeah. That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, look at the flaming teeth.
Yeah. You go buy a wrasse.
Like that.
Yeah.
It goes. Used to get down and get his swim bladder recompressed. And away!
Fantastic one. It's another species off the list.
Another species off the list, and guess what? It was a target because I had that little crab. So cue that music again, and cut. Woo!
Yeah, beautiful fish. They're so pretty.
Yeah. Whoa! That is, well, that's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Makes up for losing the bloody anchor. Well, we've had a cracking day. How many species we had? 10 species. We've had bass, wrasse, pollock, pouting, conger, mackerel, gurnard, dogfish. How many is that? Alright, I'll do it again then. Bass, wrasse, pollock, cod, dogfish, conger, pouting, mackerel, Red-Gurnard. 9 species again. Okay, cracking. Right, we're going to call it a night now. We're heading back in, and I'll speak to you later. Bye, bye. Keep fishing, keep safe, keep sane, keep fishing. Peace and love. Woo!